12 Stoic lessons that will change the way you see life. Sculpted grace. Have you ever noticed how the mind can create storms from whispers? How one small setback, one harsh word, or one uncertain moment can spiral into fear and anxiety that consume your peace. The ancient Stoic philosophers understood this better than anyone. Over 2,000 years ago, they developed timeless principles not as abstract philosophy, but as a way to live with strength, clarity, and serenity in an unpredictable world. And even today, in our age of constant noise and endless comparison, their wisdom feels more relevant than ever. The Stoics believed that true power doesn't come from controlling the world, it comes from mastering yourself. They taught that while pain, fear, and loss are inevitable, how you respond to them defines who you are. Every challenge, they said, is a chance to practice virtue, courage, wisdom, justice, and self-discipline. These weren't just lofty ideas written on scrolls. They were battle-tested tools used by emperors, warriors, and everyday people to remain calm when life tested them the most. So today, we'll explore 12 timeless Stoic lessons that can help you rise above chaos and live with purpose. Each one offers a practical, grounded way to cultivate inner peace, not by escaping hardship, but by transforming it. If you find value in what we share here at Sculpted Grace, take a moment to subscribe and stay with us till the end, because every lesson builds upon the next, and by the conclusion, you'll see how Stoicism isn't about suppressing emotion, but mastering it. Lesson 1: Control what you can, accept what you can't. The cornerstone of Stoic philosophy begins here. Epictetus once said, "Some things are up to us, and some are not." This simple truth holds incredible power. Most of our suffering comes from trying to control what lies outside our influence: other people's opinions, external outcomes, even the weather. Imagine standing in the rain and cursing the clouds. It doesn't stop the storm. But when you accept what you can't change, you discover a peace that no circumstance can steal. In practical life, this means learning to separate effort from outcome. You can study hard but not control the test results. You can give love sincerely but not guarantee it's returned. Focus instead on your thoughts, choices, and actions, the things that are truly yours. When you live this way, anxiety loses its grip because you no longer measure success by results, but by integrity. Acceptance doesn't mean resignation. It's the courage to act where you can and the wisdom to let go when you can't. Lesson 2: Master your perception. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor, wrote, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it." What this means is profound. Reality itself rarely hurts us. It's our interpretation of it that creates suffering. Two people can face the same setback, one grows bitter, the other grows stronger. The difference lies not in the event, but in perception. To master perception is to become the author of your story. Instead of reacting emotionally, pause and ask, what meaning am I giving this? Maybe losing that job isn't a tragedy but a redirection towards something better. Maybe failure isn't a dead end but a lesson in disguise. Stoicism invites you to see events not as good or bad, but as opportunities for virtue, to be patient, resilient, or humble. Once you grasp this, no situation can truly defeat you, because your mind holds the power to turn obstacles into wisdom. Lesson 3: Live in the present moment. We spend so much of our lives caught between regret for the past and worry for the future that we forget to actually live. The Stoics believed that peace exists only in the present moment, the now. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, confine yourself to the present. The past cannot be changed. The future cannot be predicted. But right now, this breath, this choice, this moment, that's where your power lies. When your mind starts racing, pause and return to the now. Feel your breath. Focus on what's directly before you. Whether it's eating a meal, walking outside, or working on a task, immerse yourself fully. Life becomes richer when you stop multitasking with time. You'll notice that much of your anxiety fades not because the world changed, but because your attention did. The present moment is not just a refuge, it's where you build your future, one calm, deliberate choice at a time. Lesson 4: Practice negative visualization. It sounds grim, but the Stoics often imagine the worst to prepare their minds for reality. Seneca called this premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. By visualizing loss, discomfort, or failure calmly, you rob them of their power to shock you. Imagine if you lost your job, your home, or a loved one, how would you respond? Thinking through this not to invite misfortune, but to strengthen resilience and gratitude for what you currently have. This practice transforms fear into appreciation. When you realize everything you love is temporary, you stop taking it for granted. Seneca himself would live simply for a few days, eating plain food, wearing rough clothes to remind himself he could endure hardship. You can try this too: skip luxuries occasionally, embrace small discomforts, and remind yourself that happiness doesn't depend on comfort. When life tests you, you'll find that you're already prepared. Lesson 5: Build resilience through endurance. Resilience isn't something you're born with, it's something you forge. The Stoics saw adversity not as punishment, but as practice. Seneca said, "No man is more unhappy than he who never faces adversity, for he is not permitted to prove himself." Every obstacle is a chance to grow stronger. Like a blacksmith's hammer shapes metal, life's trials shape your character. Think back to a difficult season in your life, maybe a breakup, financial hardship, or illness. At the time, it felt unbearable. Yet you survived, and perhaps even emerged wiser. That's resilience. The Stoics trained their minds to expect difficulties so they'd never be surprised by them. When hardship arrives, remind yourself, this is my training ground. You can't always control what happens, but you can control how you meet it with strength, composure, and grace. Lesson 6: Detach from outcomes. You can control effort, not results. This is one of the hardest but most liberating lessons of Stoicism. Epictetus taught, when you are about to act, remind yourself you control the action, not the outcome. Imagine an archer aiming for a target. Their skill, focus, and steadiness are within their control. The wind, the movement of the target, those are not. Success lies in the shot, not the result. In daily life, this means giving your best and releasing attachment to how things turn out. Whether it's a project, a relationship, or a personal goal, do what's right and let the universe handle the rest. This mindset dissolves anxiety because it breaks the illusion of control. When you stop obsessing over outcomes, you find joy in the process itself. You work, love, and live not for applause, but for integrity. And in that, you discover true freedom. Lesson 7: Cultivate inner calm. In a world full of noise, cultivating calm is a radical act. The Stoics believed serenity wasn't found by escaping the world, but by mastering your mind. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." When you train your thoughts to remain steady, no chaos can touch you. To practice this, begin with awareness. Notice when emotions start to rise: anger, fear, frustration, and instead of reacting, observe them. Ask, what is this emotion trying to tell me? Then respond with reason, not impulse. This doesn't mean suppressing feelings, it means mastering them. Like a calm lake reflects the sky clearly, a calm mind sees reality without distortion. Inner peace isn't something you find, it's something you create, moment by moment, by choosing clarity over chaos. Lesson 8: Embrace discomfort. Modern life teaches us to avoid discomfort at all costs, but the Stoics knew that comfort breeds weakness. Growth, they said, begins where ease ends. Seneca often practiced voluntary discomfort fasting, sleeping on the floor, enduring cold not out of self-punishment, but to remind himself that he could live without luxury. You can do the same. Try facing small discomforts intentionally, wake up early, endure silence, skip indulgences, face your fears one step at a time. Each act of endurance strengthens your mind. The goal isn't suffering, it's freedom. When you realize you can live with less, you stop being controlled by fear of loss. Discomfort reveals how strong you truly are, and that strength becomes unshakable. Lesson 9: Remember the impermanence of life. Marcus Aurelius meditated daily on mortality. Not to be morbid, but to live more fully. He wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do, say, and think." The Stoics believed that remembering death, memento mori, brings life into sharper focus. When you remember that time is fleeting, you stop wasting it on trivial worries. Imagine if you lived each day as if it were your last. Would you still hold grudges, chase empty recognition, or postpone joy? Probably not. You'd cherish each moment, speak truthfully, and act with purpose. Memento mori isn't about fearing death, it's about embracing life. Every morning, remind yourself, this day is a gift. Use it well, love deeply, and leave nothing unsaid. Lesson 10: Choose virtue over validation. In a world obsessed with recognition, Stoicism teaches us to act with virtue even when no one is watching. Seneca said, "A good character, once established, is not easily overthrown." The Stoics believed that integrity is the highest form of success. When you act rightly, regardless of praise or blame, you build an unshakable foundation. Next time you face a moral dilemma, pause and ask, what would a virtuous person do? Choose honesty over convenience, kindness over ego, discipline over impulse. True freedom lies in living by principles, not public opinion. Fame fades, wealth disappears, but character endures. In the end, virtue is its own reward and no external approval can add or subtract from that. Lesson 11, Turn adversity into advantage. The obstacle is the way. Those 4 words from Stoicism summarize one of life's most powerful truths. Every challenge contains the seed of growth if you choose to see it. When something goes wrong, instead of asking, "Why me?" ask, "What can I learn from this?" Each obstacle can train patience, strengthen resolve, and deepen understanding. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that a fire turns everything thrown into it into fuel. You are that fire. Whatever life gives you, rejection, failure, or pain, you can use it to grow. This mindset doesn't deny difficulty, it transforms it. When you learn to turn setbacks into stepping stones, life stops being an adversary and becomes your greatest teacher. Lesson 12, Live with purpose and gratitude. At the heart of Stoicism lies one simple truth: life is short, but meaning is infinite. The Stoics believed that our purpose is to live according to nature with reason, virtue, and harmony. To wake each morning and ask, "What good can I do today?" Gratitude anchors this purpose. It reminds you that every breath, every opportunity to serve, is a blessing. Gratitude doesn't mean life is perfect, it means you see perfection in imperfection. Take time each day to notice what's right instead of what's wrong. Appreciate the people around you, the lessons behind pain, and the beauty in simplicity. When you live with gratitude and purpose, even ordinary moments become sacred. That's where fulfillment begins. Conclusion. Stoicism isn't about becoming emotionless, it's about becoming unbreakable. It's about facing life's storms with a calm mind and a steady heart. These 12 lessons aren't ancient relics, they're living tools, ones you can apply every day to find strength in chaos, clarity in confusion, and peace in pain. Here at Sculpted Grace, we believe wisdom isn't something you read, it's something you live. So take these lessons and practice them daily. Speak kindly, act with integrity, focus on what you can control, and let go of what you can't. Because when you master yourself, no external force can shake your foundation. Stay strong. Stay grounded. And as always, keep sculpting your mind, your heart, and your life with grace.